Good Monday morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic beginning to your day. Guess who finally has sunlight for the first time in like 2 months? No, but on a serious note though, I'm Mysticle, and today I'm going to be bringing you the latest in XR news. We've got a lot of interesting things to talk about. New games, headset discounts, new lens technologies, and overall just a ton more. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So first things first. The Meta Quest Pro, or just the Quest Pro, has been given a pretty big discount. Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't make the device cheap, or even exactly worth it. I never published my review on it, so all I can tell you is, it's not exactly a device for everyone, but it did get a pretty big discount. That discount being a whole $400, bringing the price down to $1,100. If you've watched my previous news videos, I'm sure you know exactly why that is. HTC has recently announced their HTC Vive XR Elite, and that thing is $1,100. So Meta couldn't let that go, couldn't let someone else have the cheapest device on the market, and instead brought the price of the Quest Pro down by $400. Now, am I pissed that I bought this thing full price and then a month later it dropped? No, not really. That's a business expense, which means I can take it away from taxes. But yeah, the Meta Quest Pro has been discounted to $1,100 in the US and £1,300 in the UK. So yeah, store listings have been updated, and in case for whatever reason you didn't want to buy the device at $1,500 but want to buy it at $1,100, then I guess now is your chance. And I mean, sadly it's Bradley is already being super happy about it on Twitter, boasting about the fact that he bought the device for $1,100 and gave his other one back that he got for the $1,500. I mean, props to you, Brad. I mean, that was a super big brain move. So yeah, I mean, I think it's the first time we've seen a Quest device discounted by this much, pretty much because, I mean, you can't really discount the Quest by $400 because you'll be left with nothing. Maybe if there's an actual proper massive competitor to the Quest 2, they'll bring down the price of the Quest 2. Pretty big discount on Quest Pro. Again, I don't think it's for everyone, but yeah, it's there if you want it. Rec Room is developing optional full-body avatars. Rec Room confirms full-body avatars are in development, but they won't replace the existing floating beans. To quote, "We love the floating bean avatars, and we know you love them too. But a lot has changed in Rec Room over the last 6 years. We're now a bigger team. VR technology has gotten and continues to get better, and we've learned a lot about what works and what doesn't with how you look and move in VR. Our Wii Sports of VR has evolved into a radically cross-platform social UGC platform. It's time to evolve how we can express ourselves in Rec Room, thus full-body avatar. The arms, legs, fingers, and feet of this new full-body option provide more opportunities for you to be who you want to be in Rec Room." I mean, yeah, having legs in VR, again, haha, funny joke. Meta still doesn't have legs in VR, very funny. Not to be confused with the fact that we're gonna have leg tracking. We won't. These are just full-body avatars, meaning it is your actual full body. That isn't to say that Rec Room in the future might not add leg tracking of sorts now that they actually have full-body avatars, when more headsets are capable of doing that. Reading from Twitter, at the end of last year, we assembled a small team called the Avatar Initiative to take the next steps towards full-body avatars. And in case you guys want to read more about this, I'm going to leave a link to Rec Room's blog down below. If you guys are big fans of Rec Room, you will now be able to get yourself a full-body avatar. You know, you'll now have feet. You'll be able to choose shoes and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm always up for a big social platform to give users more features. I mean, VR chat currently is like the biggest one, I would say, as they give their users pretty much infinite possibilities to express themselves. You can make your completely own avatar, and there isn't exactly limits as to what you can be. So the more options you give people on a social platform, the more people are going to love it. Let's move on to the next piece of news. Here is a great piece of news for anybody that is against exclusives. As of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 2 is coming to PSVR 2 and PCVR in March, and the original gets a free PSVR 2 upgrade. Skydance Interactive announced the sequel to The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is leaving timed Quest exclusivity soon. You can also now add the original game to the list of PSVR titles that are getting a free PSVR 2 upgrade. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners 2 is simultaneously launching on Steam VR and PSVR 2 on March 21st, priced at $40. You can now wishlist it on Steam and pre-order it for the PS PSVR 2. Although not a launch day title, the studio says players across Quest, PCVR, and PSVR 2 will be able to transfer their save data between platforms. Additionally, Skydance says owners of Chapter 2 Retribution across Meta, Pico, PSVR 2, and PCVR will receive an in-game weapon called the Orphan once the upcoming versions release in March. That's really interesting. Actually, allowing users to transfer their save data from one platform to another is not something a lot of games offer. In fact, you would have to really start from the start. On Windows, it's kind of always a mess. You have to copy folders and stuff to app data and things like that. But if they offer a nice and easy way to transfer your save data from one platform to another, let's say you're playing it on Quest 2, but now you're getting the PlayStation VR 2 as an upgrade, and you don't exactly want to start the game from scratch. It's going to be nice to be able to transfer your save data and get that nicer boost in resolution and performance. I think that's pretty cool. And the game coming out of exclusivity, of course, I'm always up for that, to be honest. I see why companies do exclusives, but I'm also really happy when the game comes out of exclusivity, as more people get to play around with it and get to try it. That's some pretty good news, March 21st, 2023, so you can be looking forward to that in case this is a game that you're interested in, and I know a bunch of you are. Here are some cool new optics that we might be looking at for the future of VR and AR. And VR, an early VR startup which struggled with several XR headset projects that ultimately didn't find traction, has re-emerged with novel optics which can instantly transition between AR and VR modes. Now, this is really interesting because AR, of course, has to be see-through, as you still need to be able to see the world around you, and VR is the opposite. You kind of want to have a completely blacked out background and have no light coming through in order to completely immerse you in the virtual world. Founded in 2014, AntVR is a China-based VR startup originally behind an early crowdfunding campaign for a PCVR headset, which ultimately didn't catch on, and a more recent crowdfunding campaign for an AR headset, which wound up tanking the company after failing to raise enough money to get the headset out the door. And now the company is back at it again with something that's actually quite interesting. At CES 2023, AntVR was showing off its mixed waveguide AR optics, which uses a novel approach to keep a slim profile, while at the same time including a dimming feature to instantly switch between see-through AR and full VR modes. Although the company demonstrated their tech working in a pair of glasses frames, AntVR doesn't plan to manufacture its own headset this time around, but instead is hoping another company will license the optical design and integrate it into their own headset. AntVR was showing 3 different sizes of its optics: a 6mm thick version with a claimed 56 degrees field of view, a 9mm thick version with an 85 degrees field of view, and a 10.5mm thick version with an 120 degrees field of view. Naturally, the most immersive one out of them is going to be the 120 degrees field of view. And down here at the bottom, we can see a little GIF of exactly how it works. The lenses can black themselves out or make themselves see-through in order to allow that AR to pass through. I think that's pretty cool, and I do see why companies might want to integrate something like this into their design, so let's hope we see more of this in the future. I'm a tech nerd, whatever you want to call me, so seeing new technology and new designs like this always makes me very, very happy. Now, I just want to mention something, as everyone is mentioning this down in the comments below. Where is GTA San Andreas VR? Now, Upload VR has a great article. I'm going to leave a link to this down below, but I'm just mentioning it here. Where is it? Like, we were promised this, I don't even remember how long ago. Was it 1 year ago during the last Meta Connect event? We were promised multiple titles that just never appeared, and the most popular one out of them was GTA San Andreas VR, which was of course supposed to be ported to the Quest, but then it's never happened. Like, it's just still not here. It's been like a year and a half. We've got no news. I don't know anything about it, but I am missing the game. Like, I would love to check it out. I would love to see it. It's just not there. And so many of you are mentioning it down in the comments. Upload VR is mentioning it. Where is it, Meta? But talking about titles that are coming to the Quest, Barbaria is coming to the Quest on February 9th, blending combat, base building, and multiplayer. Barbaria is coming to the Quest 2 and Quest Pro on February 9th, bringing an exciting mix of first-person combat, asynchronous multiplayer raids, and diorama-like base building. Now, this game already exists on Steam, and has been available for early access on Steam on PCVR for a while now, and its upcoming Quest release will coincide with the Steam version exiting early access and entering full release. Developed by Stalwart Games, Barbaria promises to give players a little bit of everything. So in case this looks like a title that you might be interested in, I recommend you check it out in the link down below. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me on this Monday morning, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed this one, please do leave a like. If you disliked it, I guess this button works too, but let me know why down in the comment section below. Now, I am also constantly looking at the Discord at the things you guys are submitting, so hopefully in the next video, we are going to throw all those things in and have them towards the end of the video to showcase your guys' cool ideas. As usual, if you guys are not yet part of the community, join that Discord down below and join that Reddit. I want to see you posting your stuff on there. And thank you so much to the patrons supporting this channel. You guys help me out a ton, paying my bills, paying my subscriptions, and helping me make these videos better. So seriously, thank you so much. And as usual, if you guys want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.